guys ready for day 122? Let's go!
What's up, guys? I am Michael McInerney, and this is Leo the Hiking Dog. For the last year, we have been planning and preparing for this through hike of the Appalachian Trail. Thank you for joining our adventure. If you are enjoying the journey, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We would be super thankful.
Alright guys, we are headed back to trail. John has been an absolutely amazing host and so just opened his home to me and Leo, and it's been amazing. So he's taking us back down to downtown, the middle of Hanover, and that's where we restart our hike. It is day 122. So time to get started. Alright, just got dropped off in Hanover, and we are making the walk through town, and then we're gonna find out where we got to get back into the woods at. It's a drizzling rain today. It's supposed to be kind of drizzling all day long. I don't know. Not a big deal. I'm thankful that it's not 100 degrees anymore. I would much rather hike in this than that 100-degree weather any day. John was amazing host. Beautiful house. Great place to stay. Didn't ask for a thing from me, and it was just, God, I love people like that. That's just so willing to help out. And Gail yesterday, it was just those type of people like Gail and John are what makes this journey really cool. So it's really cool to get to know people. It's people I would never meet in any other way, shape, or form other than because I'm hiking this trail. So, all right, guys. Getting a little harder with the drizzle, so I'm going to go ahead and put this camera away, and we're going to figure out how to get back into the woods. That's where we're going. Look at that really cool mural on the ground. Isn't that cool? Alright guys, hey, meet yard sale real quick. I wanted to show you guys this neat contraption he came up for his fanny packs. He cut open the side of the Ziploc bags. But that's genius right there to keep your phone dry. So fantastic, I love it. Alright guys, we are back in the woods. Short walk there through Hanover, and we are on the climb. So I didn't give you guys my final assessments of Vermont and what I'm excited for coming up in New Hampshire. So first and foremost, Vermont, the things that I remember most about Vermont, definitely, there was a little bit of a lack of views there, and also there was no flowers. Which was kind of weird. You guys know I like to get a shot of flowers when I can, and there's only like wildflowers in the fields and stuff like that. There wasn't really a lot of flowers in the woods, in the forest areas. So being a part of the Long Trail community there for a minute, so the thing I'm probably going to remember most about Vermont was how many people were there. There was a lot of people in that little short area before the trail split up. So I don't know. Vermont wasn't my favorite. It's okay. It was a few. Bromley Mountain was beautiful. I'm sure the views on Killington would have been beautiful if I would have had the energy to go that extra 0.2 miles that day, but I didn't. So it definitely lived up to its name of Vermud when I first got started and had nothing but wet feet. I'll definitely remember the heat wave that we got for 3 days. That was no joke. So that'll be a memory I'll always have, is fighting that heat off. Today's a beautiful day for hiking. A little bit of drizzle in the 60s. This is the hiking weather right here. This is what we want. All right, so what am I most excited for in New Hampshire? All of the views. I mean, we're gonna get a lot of open views. We're gonna get a lot of exposed up above tree line views, but with that is gonna come a lot of hard work. It's gonna be some climbs, which don't say I look forward to the climbs. I mean, the struggle's a part of it. We're gonna climb some mountains, and we're gonna put the work in, and it's gonna pay off when we stand at the top of them. That's what I'm looking forward to. So we're gonna get our day started with those thoughts, and we got about 42 miles between here and what's called Hiker's Hostel, right before the base of Mount Moosilauke, which I think is one of our first big climbs. I'm hoping I could split that up in 2 days and then do Mount Moosilauke in the middle of that third day. So we'll see how that goes. We are both fully loaded with food, and I was trying to figure out like logistics in the Whites, because there's not a lot of grocery stores, shopping and all that kind of stuff in the Whites. Now Tyler told me that when he went through, he basically ate at all the huts and did the work for stays and didn't spend any money. I unfortunately don't have that luxury with Leo. I've got to get him food, so I can't just eat at the huts and not feed Leo. So we'll see. We're carrying about 5 days of food for Leo right now. I'm carrying an extra day in my pack, and he's got his regular load out. So we'll just see how it goes. He ate a lot yesterday too. He had some of my briskets and burnt ends. He had the rest of Gail's burger. So he got lots of treats and a big bowl of food, 2 bowls of food at the end of the day. So he's full of energy right now and raring to go. He does his rest though. When we get to places like that, he slows down and stops. All right, guys, we're gonna get this day started, get these miles in. Guys, we are about 6 miles into our day. It's about 11:30. What a difference a day makes. Yesterday we were pushing 15 miles at 12:30. But when I get into a place that has a bed like that, I normally like to try to sleep in. It's difficult because my body's kind of set its own alarm to wake up early in the morning, but I just want to get that little bit of extra rest. So if that means getting on trail at 8:30, 9 o'clock, then that's okay. We'll just hike longer that day. So I'm still going to try to get 20 in today. We'll just see how it goes. The rain has kind of let up and it's left it nice and cool, about 66 degrees, beautiful hiking weather. Everything's damp, but that's okay. We're just like pushing right along. The miles haven't been too hard yet. There's a couple good climbs at the beginning coming out of Hanover, but it's been pretty smooth sailing. So yeah, all right, we're gonna keep on pushing these miles, see how far we get today. I'm gonna stop for lunch soon, see if we can get Leo to eat. Leo was feasted up yesterday. Everything from those burnt ends, that brisket, to just all the different treats that he got yesterday. So I tried to give him food this morning to get him to eat before we left. He wouldn't do it. All right, we're gonna keep pushing these miles. All right, guys, we got our first view in New Hampshire. Unfortunately, it's all clouded in. It's been raining for the last few hours. We've been hiking through it, but yeah, let me show you, but there's really no view. We're in the clouds. Welcome to Moose Mountain South Peak. I'm sure there's something really beautiful out there beyond those clouds. Alright guys, we are 13 miles into our day. It looks like the rain is finally letting up and giving us a little break. It's just been slow drizzle all day long. I mean, just enough to keep our feet wet more than anything. It's got a nice little breeze. It's 61 degrees, so you know, after the 3 days of hiking in the 90s, I am not complaining about being a little bit wet and hiking in the 60-degree weather. This is much better than what we had before. So it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're still going to try to get 20 today. So that gives us about 7 more miles to go. There's a peak called Lambert's Peak. Several people said that there's great tent sites up there, so that's what we're going to aim for. There's a brook about a mile before we get there, so we're going to fill up on water and then get up to that peak. And then unfortunately we got rain again tomorrow, so it's going to be just probably about the same type of weather tomorrow. Hopefully I can get out in the morning before the rain happens, but we'll just see how that goes. And it's just a part of what we're going to deal with. I just hope that this rain ceases up and the weather changes a little bit before we get to some of the really cool things like Franconia Ridge, and so we're gonna get to some of the bigger mountains that we're gonna get to. But we're still about a day and a half away from some of that stuff, so it's gonna be really nice. I don't know what the forecast is long term. I never look at it because it's never right. So I only look at about 48 hours ahead, and we'll see if it changes or not. The knee is good today. I haven't taken any ibuprofen today, and that's a good thing. I like to give my body a break from it. I don't like being on it every single day, and it hasn't given me many problems today. Whoa! You almost saw me eat it. Going downhill, slippery rocks. Yeah, that was close. All right, let me stop for a second and finish this up so I can put this camera away. But so I don't even remember what I was saying. All right, guys, I'm gonna keep hiking. I'm gonna put this camera away and stay safe. Well, that was awesome. It finally cleared up enough for us to catch our first view in New Hampshire. I know there's bigger views coming. I know there's a lot bolder views coming, but this is like our first day in New Hampshire. So the first couple of views being in a rainy, cloudy kind of situation. I mean, it wasn't premier, but it was what it was. But it's clearing up, so we're still gonna try to get all of our miles in today. Still gonna try to get in 20. The place that we're supposed to be camping has a view, so if it stays like this, maybe we get a beautiful sunset or sunrise, depending upon which way we're facing. All right, we are, I don't know, getting close to about 15 miles, so we got about 5 more miles to go. It's getting later in the afternoon. It's gonna be a longer day because we got started a little bit late, but that's okay. I do remember what I was talking about before. It was my knees. Like I said, the left knee is a little bit tight and a little bit sore, but it's gonna make it. It's gonna make it, guys. There's a difference between being hurt and being injured. Being injured means you got to take you out of the game. You need to go see the doctor. Being hurt means you can play through the pain and figure it out and fight through it and just work on doing all the things to rehab it. So I'm hurt, I'm not injured, so we're gonna keep pushing. All right, guys. starting to get some views. And also that bird, I don't know what kind it is. Some kind of hawk or something, but he keeps flying right by me and making all that noise. I need to turn on my bird thing and see what kind of bird he is. Hold on, I'll check. They're Peregrine Falcons is what they are. I got 2 of them up here and they're just flying and making noise and just playing and having a good time. Awesome. Man, this view's amazing. Just soaking it up for a second. I haven't gotten any today, so really enjoying this one. I love the rock faces right over there and how beautiful they are. Man, I could have stood on that ledge. I did stand on that ledge for about 10-15 minutes. I could have put my tent up there and just sat there and watched those falcons. I mean, those things were just absolutely beautiful, just to sit there and watch on that cliff, just watch them play and you know, do what they're doing. And they just kept like flying over my head, like within 20 feet of me. Like, you know, they were like almost like engaging with me, like I know you're there kind of thing. I'm surprised they tried to dive bomb my head or something like that. But man, that was really cool. That was called Holtz Ledge is where we were at there. So we just passed the last shelter and we are pushing on to where we're going to stay at tonight. So I can't remember the name of it now, but yeah, we're getting to get there. I'll look up the name here in a little bit again. And yeah, we're going to tent camp. There's a brook about a mile away from it. So we're going to get all of our stuff set up on that. Yes, Leo, that's a chipmunk. It's okay. We're going to let him live. We're going to let him continue on being a chipmunk. Yeah, so it's a beautiful day now. The rain's gone away. And it's a little after 5 o'clock. We're going to get to camp probably 6:30-ish. Maybe if not 7. So long day, but you know, good day coming off of you know, getting all our chores done the day before. And so that's always kind of like a, you know, you go into town, and I didn't have a Nero. I did 15 miles into town. So, but I had to, you know, pick up a resupply box, organize all my stuff, wash my clothes, take a shower, you know, do all stuff for Leo, and you know, and then try to get, you know, rest for the next day. So all that stuff can be a little bit taxing, and trying to get back out here. And you know, I wanted to get all cleaned up. I got the mustache going now. Hope you guys don't hate it, but man, I got tired of eating that thing. Since I couldn't put product in it anymore, it was just going wild. And basically every time I ate, it was in my mouth. And I just got tired of it. I was like, I'm tired of eating this thing. So anyway, it is what it is. We're going to finish out this day strong. And I'll show you when we get to camp. We are losing light. We're gonna make it though. I think we got a little more than a mile to go. Yeah, we're gonna pass up the road here, and that's where I'm supposed to get my water to camel up to go up the mountain. So yeah, we're man, that sign said 412 miles. Seems like I just hit 500 yesterday or the day before yesterday or something like that. So man, getting close, guys, getting close. Some of these miles are going to be grueling, but we're going to push through them. We're going to push through them. All right, let's get this last little stretch in before we get to camp. We have made it to what is the ridges where there should be a view, but we got socked in again. But we also got to find a camping spot, because it says there's some camping up here if you go in the trees. So we're gonna look once we get up here to the very top, which there's no view, but I'm sure it's beautiful. Maybe we'll get to see it in the morning. Alright guys, we found us a little stealth spot up here by the ridge. The ridge is just around the corner there, so hopefully we'll be able to catch a view in the morning before we head out. We'll get packed up in the morning and we'll walk back to the ridge and take a look and see if we got a view. But we're going to go ahead and climb in the tent. It's been a long day. Leo's already eaten. I've got to eat and I got to get everything set up. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.